Good evening, I'm Prasad and you're watching KiniNews. Who wears the pants in Najib's house? According to High Court Judge Mohamed Zaini Mazlan, it's not Najib. In his lengthy judgment, the judge explained why he came to this conclusion.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I advise you? Can I advise you something?
Yeah, hang on. Okay, anything?
Rosmah Mansor dominated her husband Najib Abdul Razak and had control over the former Prime Minister. This was the ruling delivered by the High Court in Kuala Lumpur on Thursday. In his 116-page judgment, Judge Mohamed Zaini Mazlan said it was clear from the infamous "Can I advise you something" audio recording that the accused gave instructions to Najib on government affairs. The judge was referring to the audio clip between Najib and Rosmah that was released by the MACC previously.
Does he know what I'm talking about or not?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't like this. That if you are the Prime Minister, you should take in charge, not anybody else, okay?
Yeah,
And
I
then you
understand.
have got goons around you to advise you. Because I said, I told Shalan, kalau you nak tolong, kenapa you tak tolong last week? When the moment the thing happens, like that, you should have come and push it. That thing, how can I help? I went after one week, I said, you now stop telling me.
The judge said no fewer than 3 witnesses, namely Rosmah Mansor, the former aide of Rosmah, former Education Minister Mazir Khalid and the ministry's then Secretary General Madina Muhammad have positively identified the voices in the recording as those of Najib and Rosmah. The judge said the accused's tone was commanding and contrary to her contention that she heeded Najib's prohibition on not meddling in government affairs. The judge added that Rosmah had no business interfering in Najib's duties or the government's affairs, but she did. He further added that Rizal was telling the truth when he said the accused has an overbearing nature and was able to influence decisions in the civil service, as he was working with her for many years and would have been able to witness this personally. Mohamed Zaini further said Rosmah's defense that she never interfered in any government project was hearsay, as Najib did not testify in court. Yesterday, Rosmah was convicted over 3 graft charges linked to the solar hybrid project. The Kuala Lumpur High Court then sentenced her to 10 years in jail and a 970 million ringgit fine, with an additional 30 years imprisonment if she fails to pay the fine. We can't have a prison cluster without first having a court cluster. And the latest UMNO leader to be asked to enter his defence in a corruption case happens to be one of the loudest voices in Parliament. Kinabatangan MP Bung Mokhtar Radin and his wife Zizi Izzat Abdul Samad have been ordered to answer corruption charges totaling 2.8 million ringgit over unit trust investments. The Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court Judge Rosina Ayub this afternoon said that the prosecution succeeded in establishing a prima facie case against the married couple. With today's ruling, the 2 accused have to enter their defence in the graft case during further trial later. Bung faces 3 charges to accept bribes amounting 2.8 million ringgit to obtain approval for Falka Berhad to invest 150 million ringgit in public mutual unit trusts. Zizi was charged with 3 counts of abetting her husband in the matter. During open court proceedings today, Rosina ruled that the contradiction in the testimony of the 24th and 25th prosecution witnesses was not material and had no effect on the charges faced by the couple. The judge said it is the prosecution's case that the 2.8 million ringgit was obtained by Bung with the abetment by his wife. The court then set 14 days from September 23rd for the defence stage trial of Bung and Zizi. When I say Najib Abdul Razak, what comes to mind? Let me know in the comments. But if you ask Ahmad Mazlan, he'll tell you it's sacrifice. UMNO and BN must win big in the 15th general election. According to Ahmad Mazlan, this is so Najib Abdul Razak's sacrifice for the party will not be futile. The UMNO Secretary General reportedly told the media on Tuesday that the former Prime Minister's Bosku spirit should be continued by BN. Speaking to UMNO Online, Ahmad Mazlan also said UMNO is upset because Najib was not seen to be given the due process of justice. Ahmad spoke to reporters after attending an engagement session with Pahang UMNO divisions in Kuantan. Najib, who served as the country's 6th Prime Minister for 9 years, was sent to jail last week after the federal court upheld his convictions and 12-year jail sentence in the SRC International case. Najib was also ordered to pay a fine of 210 million ringgit. Harapan has been accused of surrounding itself with the corrupt. Who is saying this? Not anyone from UMNO, but a past leader. A PAS leader has accused Pakatan Harapan of surrounding themselves with those who tend to engage in corruption. In an article published in Harakat Daily yesterday, PAS Central Committee member Mohamed Zaini Mazlan claimed that those in the sin industry and black economy sectors sought the protection of non-Bumiputra political parties to keep their ill-gotten gains. He said during the time of the fourth Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, those in the sin industry or black economy were putting pressure on authorities. He added that they tried to do the same during Abdullah Ahmad Badawi's administration. However, Patla introduced Islam Hadari while declaring Malaysia as an Islamic state. Zudi said this led to such businesses looking for a new master among non-Bumiputra political parties. Zudi's article was a response to criticism against past President Abdul Hadi Awang's article last week, where he accused non-Bumiputras of being the majority of bribe givers. This has led to numerous police reports being lodged against Hadi. Hadi is currently being investigated under Section 505(c) of the Penal Code, as well as Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act. Expect a few PAS stories this weekend because they're holding their national meeting. One of the topics discussed so far is what logo they'll be using in GE15, and they don't seem to be fans of the colour blue. A PAS leader has called on Perikatan Nasional to consider adopting PAS Moon flag to contest in GE15. PAS election chief Muhammad Sanusi Noor reportedly told party delegates that PN should change its shade of blue because PAS members and supporters are allergic to the colour. He said this is because PN's blue is similar to BN's colour. Sanusi reportedly said this during his launching speech at the PAS Youth Muktama in Kedah yesterday. A similar view had been expressed by a Terengganu PAS leader who represented the state PN chapter at the PN convention in Serdang, Selangor on Saturday. Terengganu Exco member Arifin Daraman, in his speech at the convention, said that Terengganu PAS will not use PN's new logo in GE15. According to the leader, he believed that PAS Moon logo is more widely accepted by voters on the East Coast. On July 22nd, PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang said the party agreed in principle to use the new PN logo. However, PAS spiritual advisor Hashim Jassin has backed calls for the party to return to using its Moon logo in the next general election. Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob is now short of one special advisor following a resignation. Pengerang MP Azalina Othman Said has resigned as the Special Advisor of Law and Human Rights to the Prime Minister. The PMO in a statement on Thursday said Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob accepted her resignation with a month's notice, as mentioned in her resignation letter. The statement also said Azalina will no longer be on duty at the Prime Minister's office as she will be on leave from September 1st to the end of the month. The Prime Minister expressed his thanks and appreciation for her service. Azalina was appointed to the post on October 2nd, 2021. Before that, on August 23rd the same year, Azalina resigned as Deputy Speaker of the Dewan Rakyat. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.